Hello, everyone, and welcome to Munn Ice Arena in East Lansing. Michigan State Women's Hockey live on Flow Sports. I'm Colton Wesley. We got Spartans and Wildcats again after a thriller last night. Lead changed hands a few times. Northern Michigan winning with 25 seconds to go, potting the winner from Christina Ligas to push Northern Michigan to 13-1 on the season. Michigan State falling to 7-5. Spartans proved something last night, though. They can compete with this team, one of the best in the Central Region, ranked number 2. Spartans coming into the weekend ranked number 8. A winnable game last night for Michigan State. Probably didn't sleep super great. So we're coming into this morning trying to steal one from Northern Michigan, trying to split this home series. It would be a huge win for this program, a huge win for their playoff hopes. Spartans wearing black helmets, white shirts, and green pants. Northern Michigan in the green helmets, green shirts, green pants with yellow stripes. It is a bitterly cold morning. Sunday morning hockey. Hockey for breakfast, as my old friend Glenn Dudisick likes to say. Larson, Heaton, Weishaus, Lempa, and Kagan, the starting 5 for Michigan State. They'll be skating left to right across your screen. And we're underway here at Munn Ice Arena. Dumped in behind by Brianna Bicek and covered off the hop by Olivia Bellino, getting a start in net for Michigan State today. 1.31 goals allowed average, a .951 save percentage in 6 starts. Spartans have one of the best goalie tandems around between her and Daria Rourke, who got the start yesterday. That shot from the top is kicked out into the corner. Behind the net, trying to center it, Ava Kierzek. And here comes Michigan State in the other direction, Avery Weishaus. Bicek over on the far side for Northern Michigan, but it's poked away from her by Heaton and dumped in behind. 30 seconds in, no score. Michigan State, Northern Michigan. Much like yesterday, a clash between two of the best goalies around. Olivia Bellino and Lauren Eager, who got the win yesterday, a .950 save percentage, 1.26 goals against average coming into the weekend. Spartans with it in the neutral zone. Trying to skate forward with it is Larson. Dumps it on for Radman down in the corner. Radman bumped up against the boards. Puck behind the net, now to the near corner. Northern Michigan will try to scramble it out of there, and they will into neutral ice. Picked up by Vanessa Larson, who sends it back where it came from, and it's dumped back in by Rachel Beek. Loose in the neutral zone, picked up again by Beek, who just sends it in. Wildcats giving chase. Spartans get it out. Here they come the other way. Katie Wong. Pass is intercepted by Anna Schultz. Milena Hovis has a shot. It's blocked and saved by Bellino. 18:36 to go, first period. Northern Michigan last semester unbeaten. This is their last game of the regular season. Trying to close it on a high note. Spartans still have another couple of games before the playoffs in a few weeks. Avery Weishaus, Maggie Lempa in the neutral zone. Sends it on into the attacking zone where it's picked up by Northern Michigan. They're coming the other way, Anna Schultz. Schultz dumps it in. Hits the official. Spartans pick it up in their own zone. Skating with it is Natalia Lavelle in her own zone. Lavelle over to Weishaus on the near side. Weishaus over the blue line. Off to Heaton on the right side. Heaton has a shot, and it's picked up by Weishaus, who tries to put it back off the block. It's loose in the left circle, picked up by Northern Michigan. Into the neutral zone and dumped back in by Weishaus. Spartans will make changes. In the neutral zone, fighting for it on the logo. Michigan State picks it up. Here they come. Lexi Radman swings it around behind. Christina Ligas picking it up. Scored the game winner yesterday for Northern Michigan. Into the neutral zone. Chloe Allen leading the way, surrounded by Spartans. Taken away from her. Radman pass across in her own zone. Gets it to the stick of Emily Weiss, who carries it forward. Weiss back and across to Ellie Johnson on the logo. Taken away from her by Brianna Bicek. Bicek Passes it on to Sophie Gemignami. In the corner now behind the net. 3 minutes gone. In front. The shot. Blocked. Loose puck out wide. Trying to center it. No one's there except for Ellie Johnson. And the Spartans will get it out of there. Katie Wong will try to skate it through the neutral zone. Touched away to Mara Kennedy. Lifted clear by Michigan State. Back into neutral ice. This is Rachel Beek. Swung around behind. Lexi Radman. Off the boards and on to Ella Dobbs, who had a brilliant goal yesterday. Lost it to Anna Schultz, who lifts one in from deep, and it's gloved by Bellino. 16:28 to go first period. No score between Michigan State and Northern Michigan. Super happy to have you join us here on Flow Sports on a Sunday morning. Pass across for Northern Michigan is deflected by Schultz, but Bellino gets a stick on it. From the top, Grace Falkowitz tries to get it in, but it's intercepted. Spartans might have numbers if they hurry. Hayes passes on to Dobbs. Dobbs into the corner, shoved off the puck by Falkowitz. Dobbs wins it back behind the net. Dobbs runs into some traffic, but she's able to circle it back to the top of the zone. Pass across is knocked away back into the neutral zone. Emma Billy will reset the play. Billy over to Dobbs on the near side. Northern Michigan skating aggressively here. 4 skaters there in the neutral zone, but the Spartans able to get it in to the attacking zone down into the corner. Reese Heaton. Heaton swings it around, but it's lost to Schultz. Schultz's pass is poked away by Billy. If Akierzik gets on it, sends it on to Falkowitz, or excuse me, that's Beek rather, who sends it in, and it's covered by Bellino. 15:34 to go first period. It'll be interesting to see how much energy these two teams play with over the course of the game, especially Northern Michigan. Same as last night, only 8 skaters on the bench. This is not a particularly deep roster in terms of numbers, but it is a deep roster in terms of talent. They trust every one of those skaters. Pass in from the top, loose at the top of the crease, turned on and shot, but blocked by Michigan State. 15:28 to go, and they scramble it into neutral ice. Taken away by Northern Michigan, pass across, taken on by Larson. Larson dumps it in behind. Picked up by Aaron Harnick. Pressure from Heaton. Spun back in behind the net. That pass offline. Spartans fighting for possession here in the attacking zone, but eventually Northern Michigan will come away with it. But that pass offline picked up by Weishaus in the neutral zone. She dumps it in. Northern Michigan with it in their own zone. This is Harnick spinning away from a defender. Schultz. Bailey Reister. Over the blue line, dumps into the corner, looking for Schultz. Gets it to her. Schultz tries to send it behind. No one's there for her. Picked up by Radman. Radman feels the pressure. Turned over. The shot at the near post. And it's saved by Bellino. Good work by Anna Schultz. The puck was turned over, and Schultz, with one move, turned a steal into a shot. Bellino on her toes makes the stop at the low post. 14:31 to go in the first. Face off. Shot from distance off the corner. Picked up by Wong, trying to get it into the middle. Schultz is there. Wong pokes it into the neutral zone. Here's Radman. Radman stopping and turning. Gives it back to Avery Hayes. They're going to swing it on in deep. Taken away by Northern in their own zone. Here they come, Izzy Oldani. Oldani dumps it into the corner. Bisick is there, but Spartans beat her to it. I think that's Vranos, Callie Vranos out there, the senior, making the stop. And here comes Vranos skating through the neutral zone. Vranos takes it into the attacking zone, but is disrupted by Schultz, turned over. Gemignami gives it up to Bisick. Bisick just dumps it in, and Northern will get changes on. A full new 5 for the Wildcats. 13:30 to go in the first, and that pass is given away by Michigan State. Northern with it right at the blue line. Fight for possession at the blue line. Wildcats have dictated the play for the most part so far. Spartans haven't looked very comfortable on the puck. Over the blue line here, Rachel Beek disrupted. Trying to get it out of there is Hayes. It's sent back in, and I don't think the Spartans realized it. Kierzek trying to jump on it in the corner. Kierzek knocked to the ice by Ellie Johnson, the captain. Puck swings around behind the net. Spartans trying to poke it clear, and they do. Neutral zone picked up by Falkowitz. This constant pressure isn't going to make things easy for Michigan State. They're going to have to find a way to release some of it. Hovis skating in the right circle. Stops, pops. The shot is blocked. Defender got a stick on it. Mia Herbst passes on to Heaton. Heaton trying to skate clear over the blue line. Heaton driving into the corner. Driving to the goal line. Drives to the near post and forces Lauren Eager to make the stop. And that's a thing that Reese Heaton can do for you. I don't know if there's anybody on this team who is better at just creating something out of nothing and creating offensive pressure. A very special talent, honored last night along with the 6 other seniors. 12:20 to go in the first. Spartans keeping the pressure on off the faceoff. This is Emma Billy on the near side, draws the double team, works it back, tries to get it to Chloe Wilson, who tries to send it in, but it's knocked away, and here they come the other direction. Bisek leading the charge through the neutral zone, doesn't have a ton of support, sends it in, Bellino pokes it behind the net. Wilson back there, draws the double team, able to get it to Heaton. Heaton just lifts it on clear, and the Spartans will reset their shape. Bisek on the outside, dumps it in, changes. But it's going to swing all the way around, and Anna Schultz going to get there. Anna Schultz draws a triple team from the Michigan State defense. Avery Weishaus able to get it away and get it clear. At their own blue line, trying to push forward. This is Jem McNamee on the outside, taking it over the blue line for Northern Michigan. Stolen by Anna Weber. Weber turns, throws it off the boards. Back to the top of the zone, where it's picked up by Legas, dumps into the corner. Behind the net, Chloe Allen. Allen tries to center. Allen shoots from the circle. It's blocked and covered by Bellino. 11:15 to go in the first period. Michigan State nothing, Northern Michigan nothing. But Northern definitely having the lion's share of opportunities. Spartans are going to have to find a way to relieve some of this pressure, establish some possession, maybe set up in their ozone offense at some point, if only to take the pressure off the back line. Puck is centered. On the left side, the attempt by Jem McNamee is blocked by Bellino, who had it well covered. Back to Falkowitz, top of the zone. Falkowitz's pass in. A lot of traffic in the slot, but taken away and cleared by MSU. Trying to track it down is Emily Weiss. And Weiss going to put the pressure on Spartans, almost win it in the attacking zone. But it'll go behind the net for Izzy Oldani, but Spartans keeping that pressure on. Heavy forecheck, 4 skaters in the attacking zone. But Northern Michigan going to break out of it. Here comes Schultz, and she'll just dump it in. That puck hits off the rear boards, and Bellino stops it right at the post. And the Spartan defender came up to him and was like, are you gonna do it, or am I gonna do it? Because if both of them went for it, something horrible could have happened at that near post with the puck where it was. 10:25 to go in the first. Legas tries to send it through the neutral zone, but dumped back in by Avery Hayes. Vranos and Lavelle checking in for MSU on the defensive end. Northern Michigan turns it over at the blue line. Spartans with it in the neutral zone. Pass in front, or pass ahead rather, is knocked away. Spartans will try again. This is Ella Dobbs. Dobbs, right side, skating into the slot, into traffic. There to save it is Hayes, sends it away into the corner. Erin Harnick sends it around. Halfway through this first period, no score. Ava Kierzek dumped along the far boards. Spartans pick it up and they get it away. Erin Harnick picks it up on her own end. Swings it around to Bisek. On to Chloe Allen. Across the way, and not noticing was Ella Dobbs that the puck had come all the way across to her as she was trying to make a sub off. Northern Michigan with the puck now in the neutral zone, trying to push with it. Falkowitz lifts it in behind. Takes a high hop off the rear boards out to Allen, who sends it back off the boards. Legas on the far side sends it back around behind the net. Under 9 to go in the first. Trying to get the entry pass. It's blocked twice there, Chloe Allen. Heaton in on the defense along with Vranos. Behind the net it goes. Picked up by Lavelle. Lavelle pokes it ahead. Billy, they can't get it out of the attacking zone. Poked back in behind, picked up by MSU. Lavelle over to Vranos, who has some space here. Tries to pass it forward, it's knocked away. Picks it back up, sets up behind her own net, and a good pass into Heaton in the open space. On to Weishaus, and the Spartans are going to try to make a move here. Weishaus tries to center it, but it's deflected on its way to Heaton, picked up and cleared. We got a whistle. And I think Michigan State might have had an extra no. Trying to sort out what's going on. I think the Spartans might have had an extra skater jump in. I think it might have been too many on the ice. And the Spartans are trying to sort out who's going to serve it, and it's going to be Weishaus who serves it. Well, that's not very helpful if you're trying to relieve the pressure on your defense. Now you've got to play in tight for the next 2 minutes. Northern 0 for 5 rather, on the power play last night. So Spartans did a good job against them yesterday. We'll see if Northern Michigan has worked on anything overnight. On the far side, all the way back to the top, and it's offline, intended for Oldani. Oldani in the neutral zone. Sends it on away. Jillian Pernot in her own zone gets it clear. 1:38 on the power play, 7:50 in the period. Ligas, near side. Hovis, skating, left side, left circle. Hovis all the way in. The shot is wide. Tried to send it to the far post and missed it laterally across the face. Picked up on the far side. Northern Michigan still in possession. Back to the top. Ligas sends it in. It's behind the net. Pernot's there first. Tries to get it clear. Can't quite get it there. Ligas picks it up on the outside. In the right circle. The shot is blocked and held by Bellino. And that's something that's so crucial in these penalty situations. When you make the stop, you've got to hold it if you can if you're the goalie. You're down a defender. And everyone's going to be crashing the net with that extra skater advantage. So Bellino does a good job there holding on to the puck. 7:21 to go in the first. 1:07 on the power play. Face-off right circle. Won by Northern Michigan. This is Ligas. Northern Michigan winning the face-offs regularly here today so far. In the right circle, trying to drive in. The shot is wide. Oldani. They work it into the corner. This is Rachel Beek. Hovis. All the way back to the top, Oldani. Hovis in the left circle, skating into the middle, skates right into the defenders, and the Spartans get it clear. 40 seconds. So far, so good for the Spartans on the penalty kill. 30 more seconds now. Northern Michigan trying to push up the near side. This is Hovis. Hovis skates in. Shot is blocked. Behind the net. Hovis picks it back up. Busy today, Hovis. The second shot from the far circle is well wide. 15 seconds to go. Picked up once again by Northern Michigan. Beek tries to center it. Getting in the way is Hayes. Ticks out to the top of the zone. The shot from distance is well wide. Not testing Bellino as much as they would like, Northern Michigan, on this possession. One more chance here. Oldani shoots. It's just wide. I think a defender got a stick on it. We're back to full strength. In comes Weishaus. The shot from distance is saved by Bellino. The attempt by Ligas. And the Spartans stave off the power play. Spartans will be happy with that for the most part. They didn't let Northern Michigan get those good looks in the slot. They didn't let them create those entry passes. They kept that compressed shape, forced them to play from the outside, forced them to shoot from distance, and they weren't on target. 6 minutes to go. Northern controls the faceoff. Good defense by Heaton to get a skate on that. Tries to rip it off the boards and get it clear. Weishaus being defended by Harnick. Taken away. Coming the other way now. Allen sends it in. It's wide. Kierzek back to the top. Falkowitz dumps it in behind. Onto the near side, Chloe Allen picks it up. Allen in behind, getting it into Jim McNamee. On the far side, picked up by Billy from Michigan State. Billy trying to push the pace a bit. Passes to Weishaus in the neutral zone. Weishaus over the blue line. Weishaus back to Billy with the backhand in the left circle. Billy centered. Oh, missed Weishaus in front. Picked up by Billy. Into the corner. Lempa Cross the ice, sets up in the left circle, the rebound, it's in! Reese Heaton with the entry pass and the finish at the top of the crease. Avery Weishaus. And the Spartans take a 1-goal lead. And we talked about this yesterday. When you're trying to get your bearings against a team that is very good, like this Northern Michigan squad, they're coming in as the favorite. That's just the reality. Sit on your heels a little bit, let the game come to you a little bit, and then spring out on the counter and create something when the opportunity presents itself. That's what they've done here. That's how they took the lead yesterday, too. They led 1-0 at the end of the first off a similar kind of goal, or early in the second, I should say, off a similar kind of goal, where they were sitting back, getting comfortable, and then they sprung out and scored. And that's what they just did right there. They put the pressure on and quickly turned it into an opportunity, and they take a 1-0 lead with 4:38 to go in the first. What a big goal for Michigan State. And they're going to play with some freedom now. We have a hand in the air. It's going to be a penalty on Michigan State. That shot coming in from the top of the zone is saved. The attempt by Hovis. And we're going to get a penalty on Northern Michigan. Interesting. The way that they were officiating that, it felt like Northern Michigan was being given the opportunity to play the puck. They were playing the puck around with the official's hand in the air. That's why I thought it was going to be on Michigan State, but they're sending Bailey Reister to the bin. That's her second penalty of the weekend. So the Spartans will have the power play, a huge opportunity for them, cleared away immediately off the drop. Vranos will set it up from behind her own net, off the boards, looped around to Mia Kagan. Kagan skating through the neutral zone. Let's see if the Spartans can take advantage of the extra space. That seems to have been their issue on offense so far, is that they've struggled to find and use space. That pass is picked off by Hovis at the blue line. Herbst has it. Sends it across, trying to get it into Avery Hayes. Well defended by Ligas. Ligas has it now. 1:18 on the power play, but gives it away. Herbst passes into the corner. They're going to work it back to the top of the zone. Spinning around with it is Vranos. Tries to get it into Hayes, who mishandles it. Radman behind the net. Radman and Hayes trying to win the puck back. 1 minute to go on the power play. Picked up by Harnick behind the net. Harnick just gets it away. Stopped at the blue line by Kagan, able to keep it in. Sends it into Radman. Radman, Herbst, right circle. Herbst disrupted as she tries to shoot it into the corner, and Schultz wraps it around the far side, or from the far side all the way to the near side around the boards. Sent back in immediately by Kagan, who picks it up. Blocked. Kagan picks it up again in the right circle. Has another shot. It's blocked out wide. 35 seconds. Vranos trying to keep it for Michigan State. It's an attempted clearance by Northern. They can't get it away. That bounces into another Wildcat, who gets it away this time. That was Hovis on the clearance. 20 seconds on the power play for Michigan State. Pass intended for Weishaus, offline. Cleared away by Northern once again. They have it in the neutral zone, and trying to skate it is Bicek. Bicek will just send it all the way away. And we only have 5 seconds left on the power play, so Spartans did not get much out of the extra skater there. 2:20 to go in the first, back to full strength. Skating all the way through on her own is Larson. Draws the double team in the corner. Oldani takes it from her. Spartans poke it away. That's Weishaus in on the defense. Spartans trying to keep it in the attacking zone. Hayes gets a poke at it. Picked up by Oldani in the corner. Sends it behind her own net. Heaton trying to get there for Michigan State. Harnick trying to get it clear for Northern Michigan. Pass intended for Bicek. Bicek misses it. Spartans pick it up. Send down to Heaton in the corner. Fighting for possession in the corner. 1:50 to go in the first. Sent around, picked up by Jem McNamee. Cleared away. Lavelle has it in the neutral zone. Turned over by Northern Michigan. Heaton couldn't keep it. Jumping off the bench into the action is Schultz. Schultz skating, blue line. 4 defenders between her and the goal. Schultz in the right circle. Takes it all the way in. Was looking for the cross, but no one was there for it in the crease. And the Spartans get it away. 1:20 to go in the first period. Spartans 1, Wildcats nothing. Hovis off the boards into the attacking zone. Spartans intercept it. Hovis keeps the pressure on. Pernot has it. Jillian Pernot sends it on, looking for Katie Wong. Gets it into Radman. Radman skating fast over the blue line. Radman sends it in. It's poked away behind by Eager. Behind the net. And now Northern Michigan going to try to attack out of it. 55 seconds. Here they come. Anna Schultz over the blue line. Schultz left side. In the circle. Rips one wide. All the way to the far side. Rachel Beek sends it back in. It takes a bounce and flies in the air. Diving catch by Olivia Bellino. And the runner has to tag up. .43 seconds left in the first. Face-off coming from the right circle. Off the drop. Given away to Chloe Wilson, who skates behind her own net. 35 seconds. Wilson dispossessed at the goal line. Taken away by Hovis. Hovis tries to swing around the goal, tries to center it. Can't get it there. Schultz picks up the loose puck, and they're going to work it back out into the corner once again. This is Schultz. Schultz being double-teamed. 23 seconds left in the period. Gets some help from Beek. Works it back to Falkowitz. Beek tries to center it. 15 seconds taken away by MSU. Radman trying to skate it out. Possession battle over it on the far side on the boards. It's frozen out there. 7 seconds left in the period. Spartans just trying to get the period to expire, and they will as they get it clear. End of one here at Munn Ice Arena. We're going to have a short intermission, so just a couple of minutes, and then we'll be right back for the second period. You are listening to Michigan State Women's Hockey live on Flow Sports. One 0 Michigan State. Avery Weishaus the goal scorer as we resume the second period. Northern Michigan had the run of play for most of that period, but the only number that matters is the one on the scoreboard. And right now, Michigan State has the only number greater than 0. Spartans will skate right to left across your screen here in the second. Frozen along the near boards near the Michigan State bench. Northern Michigan will dig it out. Vranos has it. Sends it away, picked up by Northern in their own end, and then they'll send it clear, and it goes into the bench. We'll have a face-off. 19:22 to go, second period. Michigan State 1, Northern Michigan nothing. Appreciate all you joining us on this Sunday morning. Right here on Flow Sports, Michigan State women's hockey. A big clash between two top 10 teams in the Central. Sent on by Maggie Lempa in the neutral zone, but turned back aside. Spartans have possession. Laval. Skating on. Into the corner, centers it. And Reister is there first to get it clear for Northern Michigan. They'll skate it into the neutral zone. Good hit on the boards by Radman to push the puck free. And here come the Spartans. Vranos under pressure on the near side over the blue line. Vranos carries it into the corner. Mara Kennedy is there to play defense. Vranos, puck is cleared to the blue line. Emily Weiss. Callie Vranos. Weiss. Ellie Johnson in the neutral zone. Eva Kierzik there to provide the pressure. Pokes it away from her. We have a whistle. And I think they're going to get Johnson. They got Johnson yesterday, too. Johnson, the senior, who my producer, Caleb Lewis, and I, we know Ellie. So we all work with the Lansing Lugnuts on their production staff during the summer. Ellie just accepted a full-time position with the Lansing Lugnuts, so congratulations to her. Excited to work with her again this summer with the Lugnuts. Spartans trying to get it clear, and they do. Carrying it over the right side. Katie Wong gets knocked down into the boards, but a good piece of work there by Wong to take 10, 15 seconds off that power play clock. Moving in the other direction, Anna Schultz fires over the bar. A ton on that one. Bellino got the glove up, though. I think she had it covered. Schultz behind the net has to muscle past the official who got his skate in the way there for a second. 1:20 to go. They'll work back to the top. Christina Ligas. Anna Schultz. Schultz down the line. The shot blocked behind. Good save by Bellino, keeping her net clean. Hovis tries to center it, loosen the crease, and the Spartans get it out of there. I don't know how they did, but somehow someone got a piece of it. Shot in from the top. It's blocked. Bellino diving to the floor, but no one was there for the second effort. The shot at the near post is knocked down. The attempt by Ligas, and Bellino doing everything in the book. Went full horizontal to make one stop. Spread eagle to make another one, and makes the save at the near post. And we talked about it at the top. Two of the best goalies in this area. We said it yesterday, and it was true then with Daria Rorick in net. And now the Spartans have Olivia Bellino in goal too. This is one of the reasons why the Spartans team thinks they can make a run if they get a shot at the playoffs. They have two very, very good goalies. Shot from distance is blocked by Bellino. 45 seconds. Hovis. They swing it around to the top. Hovis now in the left circle again. Disrupted by Vranos. Vranos gets it away clear. Callie Vranos. That senior savvy we've been talking about all weekend. Another good play from a veteran player. 28 seconds. Anna Schultz sends it in. Taken away by Kagan. Tries to get it away. Radman gets it clear. 20 seconds to go. 16 and a half to go second period. Spartans trying to go 2 for 2 on the penalty kill. Over the blue line. Here comes Schultz in the left circle, disrupted by Vranos. Behind the net, Schultz. Schultz, near side, looking for an outlet. 5 seconds, tries to pass it, blocked by Radman. 3 seconds left on the power play. Now we're back to full strength, and the Spartans have the puck. Here they come, Emily Weiss. Weiss works it back to the top of the zone, trying to get into the heat, and a battle for it near the left circle. Poked up in the air at the blue line, picked up and kept in the zone by Lempa, who dumps it in and gives chase as the Spartans make changes. Picked up behind the net by Ligas. And finally flicked clear by Northern Michigan. But now this is where, if you're Michigan State, you really want to establish some pressure. You scored one goal on your one really, really good opportunity in the first, but you haven't worked as many opportunities. You haven't tested Lauren Eager as much as you would like to, and you want to take some of that pressure off of your defensive line. Puck is frozen right in front of the MSU bench, finally dug out by Lempa. You feel like this pace of play is not necessarily sustainable for Michigan State if you want to win this game. You've got to even out some of this possession and some of these chances. Sent away, Anna Weber picks it up in her own zone. Weber off the boards onto Weishaus. Weishaus tries to get it away, but it's knocked away by Kierzek, top of the zone. Kierzek swings it around. Chloe Allen behind the net. Allen over to Bisek in the corner. Back to Kierzek. Kierzek in the near corner, tries to center it. What a stop by Bellino. The pass was ripped into the stick of Allen, who had established position at the near post, had gotten between the defender and the goal, and all she had to do was try to redirect it. Olivia Bellino literally had about 6 to 12 inches of space between her and the attacker, able to get the pad down and stop it, and then cover it with the glove. Face off in the right circle. Pernot gets it clear. Olivia Bellino has been rock solid for MSU in these first 20 minutes, and that's going to go for icing as Northern Michigan tries to get it ahead, looking for Chloe Allen, but the pass was offline, so the Spartans will have a face-off in the attacking zone. Face off in the left circle. Lexi Radman will do battle with Chloe Allen, and Allen will win this fight. Again, Northern Michigan winning most of the face-offs today. It's allowed them to establish the pressure, establish possession more than Michigan State has. 14.5 to go, and they're going to try to work it out of their own zone. Skating with it is Kierzek. Kierzek dumps it over the blue line and goes after it herself, picks it up behind the goal. Kierzek being defended by Pernot. That's good work by Jillian Pernot to win the puck back. She's going to skate with it. She's got a little space. Pernot splits two defenders. She's still skating through the neutral zone. Pernot on the right side. Pernot going to stop and turn and wait for some support. That's a good piece of skating by Pernot. Sent in there by Johnson. Avery Hayes tries to pick it up. Cycles it back to Wong. Now Pernot. Pernot across. Johnson, the captain, skates it in. Sends it in. Shot is blocked. Back to the top, Pernot. This is the kind of pressure MSU's been lacking. Pernot sends it in. The redirect, and it just kicked over the goal. Ellie Wong, I think she got a skate on it, and it hopped over the crossbar. Down into the corner, Ellie Nahovic draws the double team, frozen along the boards. Hayes tries to center it. That pass is intercepted, but good work, it's Mia Herbst there to try to win it back. Can't keep it. Coming the other way, Chloe Allen. Allen over the blue line. A lot of Spartan jerseys around her. Allen sends it in off the side of the net, down into the corner. 13:18 to go in the second. Spartans up 1-0. It gets out of there to Ligas. Ligas in the slot, tries to shoot. Good block by Ellie Johnson. Nahovic into the neutral zone. 13 minutes to go in the second. Lost it. Rachel Beek trying to send it the other way. Beek on to Hovis. Hovis struggling to corral it. And the Spartans have it now in their own zone. Mia Herbst just gets it back to Pernot, who has a lot of space in her own zone. Pass to Weishaus, who was checking two in the neutral zone. Weishaus leaves it off for Johnson. Johnson carries over the blue line, lifts it on. Kicked wide by Eager. Beek in the corner. Tries to get it out of there. Spartans making changes. Larson over to Mia Kagan, who's just checked in. Kagan tries to skate through a couple of defenders, but is dispossessed by Beek. And Beek is knocked to the ice in the whistle. I think they're going to get Avery Weishaus. Got a little bit too much. Or not Weishaus, rather. It was Reese Heaton who was in on that hit. And she knew it immediately. She just immediately headed over to the penalty box. And with 12:16 to go, the Spartans trying to go 8 for 8 on penalty kills this weekend. As we mentioned earlier, 5 for 5 yesterday, 2 for 2 so far today. Beek tries to send it in. The shot by Schultz. It's loose at the top of the crease and cleared away. Oldani. Beek in the corner, or Bicek in the corner rather. Behind the net, trying to center it. The shot and a goal. Cristina Ligas, who scored the winner yesterday, pays out the penalty with 12 minutes to go in the second. Just too much constant pressure from Northern Michigan. This game kind of following a pretty similar script to what we saw yesterday. The Spartans struck first. Then Northern scored. And remember, yesterday, the Spartans scored a minute and a half later. Ella Dobbs making that defensive play to turn into a goal. She's out there along with the rest of her line. That happened with a couple of minutes left in the second period. 12 minutes left in the second today. We're tied at 1. All the way in behind the net. Tracking it down is Mia Herbst. Spartans in the attacking zone, centered by Hayes and cleared away. Nope, they will be an icing, just a delayed icing. 11:32 to go, second period. Face off in the left circle. Avery Hayes, Dobbs, and it's quickly covered by Eager, but the Spartans getting some pressure on the goal off of that drop. Changes on for Northern Michigan. Chloe Allen checking in, along with Ava Kierzek. And now they're going to send Kierzek back off the ice. Izzy Oldani returns to the fray. Or excuse me, that's Abby Schultz, rather. Face off in the left circle, taken by Northern Michigan. Kennedy swings it around, but the Spartans keep it in the zone. Chloe Wilson. Wilson. Backhand across. There's nobody really there for it, though. Hovis takes it. Avery Hayes there to defend it. 11:13 to go in the first. Spartans win it at the blue line. Mia Herbst in the left circle. Herbst surrounded by defenders. Hayes there to try to help, but ultimately it's too much, and Northern Michigan gets the puck into the neutral zone. Chloe Allen with a big hit there. Coming forward now, Kierzek in the slot, fires, and Bellino snags it out of the air. And some pushing and shoving. Nothing too crazy. Ava Kierzek and Chloe Wilson colliding after the save. 10:57 to go in the second. Michigan State 1, Northern Michigan 1. We had an instant classic last night. Northern Michigan won it with 25 seconds to go. Cristina Ligas potting the winner. Shot quickly off the drop is wide, and Michigan State will try to build away in the other direction. Lempa. Pass is picked off by Schultz. Schultz sends it away. And it's an icing call, excuse me. So Spartans will get a good face-off position here. 10:41 to go in the second. Game 2 of the series looking to play out in a similar fashion, potentially. We've had a great weekend of hockey here at Munn Ice Arena. The D1 squad split their series with Lake Superior State. Shot off the drop is saved by Eager. And now Northern Michigan will try to build off of it, but the pass is offline, taken away by Johnson in the neutral zone. Johnson over to Lempa on the near side. Lempa skating over the blue line, pass across, and good read by Hovis to get a stick on that, poke it into the neutral zone. Johnson trying to get it ahead for MSU. Picked up by Lempa. Lempa stopping, turning. Lempa in the middle. Weishaus trying to work it around in the slot, but it's taken away by Kierzek. Too much traffic. And Kierzek just sends it away. It'll go for icing in theory. Yes, it'll go for icing. 10:01 to go in the second. But yeah, all 3 games that we've done so far have been very competitive this weekend. 2-0, Michigan State D1 beat Lake State. Then they lost 3-2 in overtime yesterday before this squad lost 3-2 to Northern on a last-minute goal. So only fitting that this game would also be good as we reach the halfway point. 1-1 the score. Spartans trying to keep it in the attacking zone. Larson. Schultz picks it up for Northern Michigan. A battle for it at the top of the zone. Radman gets a stick in. Radman working on Harnick. Still fighting for it. No one's really been able to actually establish possession off of this break. Early enough in the morning for that, I suppose. 9:23 to go, and it's cleared away. Picked up by Mia Kagan in her own zone. Kagan rips it off the boards, and coming off the bench, Hayes picks it up. Hayes over the blue line, looking for some help. Tries to pass it into Wong, but there are too many green shirts in the area. Back to the top of the zone. Spartans keeping it in. Vranos with a clever bit of stick handling to keep it in the attacking zone. 9 minutes to go. Taken away by Falkowitz. Sends it around to Jem McNamee, who tries to get it free. Bisek holding up the play, and it's taken away from her by Ellie Nahovic. Nahovic in the neutral zone, tries to work it on into the attacking zone. It's poked away from her and sent along the near boards where it's picked up by Vranos from Michigan State. Vranos onto Herbst. Herbst over the blue line. Herbst looking for help. Spartans not really sending a lot of numbers into the attacking zone here, so when players are looking for outlet passes, they haven't really seen them as much. Now they'll try to set up in the O-zone offense. Herbst has a shot from the left circle. It's high. Nahovic picks up the loose puck on the far side. Nahovic spinning it in, right circle. In behind. The entry pass from Hayes. That's a good pass in. It's loose on the left side, and it's covered, I think, near the goal line. And they do finally blow it dead. Lauren Eager came out of her crease and got spun around and had to fall on the puck. She is all the way out of her crease and had to dive back into her crease to collapse on that puck at the near post before it found its way into the net. Teammates checking on Eager. Again, these 2 goalies, they do what they have to do, and what they have to do sometimes is very impressive. 8:14 to go in the second. The referee will break up the conference. Face off in the left circle, still 1-1. See if the Spartans can keep this pressure. Ligas swings it around off the drop. Spartans with a heavy forecheck. 4 in the attack zone. They win it in the right circle. The shot misfired. Second look. It's blocked wide. Just out of the crease. Puck was hanging out in the crease there for a second. Picked up by Allen. Cleared away back to the top. And unable to keep it in is Billy. The Spartans have to reset the play. But starting to establish some pressure. Starting to put the puck near the crease. And good things happen when the puck is in the opponent's crease. Spartans get it into the attacking zone, rather. Weishaus being defended, poked away from her. Kierzek trying to get it along the near boards. She's wrestled to the ground. 7.5 to go in the second period. Puck cleared away to the Spartans' blue line, picked up by Weber. Weber gets it across to Billy. Billy tries to find Heat and poked away from her. Coming the other way, Liga sends it along the boards. Taken away by MSU, trying to get it out of their own zone. Knocked down by Ligas in the attacking zone. Frozen along the near board, 7.25 to go in the second, 1-1. Still frozen there. Finally, the Spartans able to dig it out. Heaton, looking for an option, facing her own net, has to give it to Billy. Pass is poked away. Now it ends up with Weber behind the net. Weber spinning away from the defender. Weber turns up, passes it. Pass into the middle, dangerous pass, picked off by Schultz, but it's poked away into the neutral zone. Ligas has it, sends it along the near boards, picked up by Bisek, and taken away by MSU. Heaton gonna skate with it in the neutral zone. Heaton over the blue line. Falls down, Ligas standing tall to make the stop. 6:35 to go in the second. Ligas skating it out, neutral zone. Ligas over the blue line, still going. Ligas sends it in where it's gonna be stopped and held by Bellino with 6:25 left in the second period. Face off in the left circle. Working it around to Izzy Oldani, who shoots. And it's blocked by Pernot. And Pernot was kind of sitting on the puck there for a second. It's loose outside the crease. All 5 Spartans rallying to the defense and getting in the way, making sure nothing bad happened. Northern Michigan able to keep it in the attacking zone. They swing it around corner to corner behind that, and it goes all the way through and into the neutral zone. They'll have to reset the action, 6 minutes to go. Spartans have been playing with a more defensive posture this entire game, but when you do that, everyone needs to be committed to defending, and the Spartans were in that moment. Pernot tries to clear it. Shot from the top is deflected by Schultz and easily saved by Bellino. 5:50 on the second period clock. Wildcats 1, Spartans 1. Two games left on our Flow Sports MSU Women's Hockey broadcasting schedule, February 18th to February 14th. You can see that schedule on Flow Sports. Pass across is wide of everything. Picked up by Michigan State, skating with Ella Dobbs. Dobbs tries to work her way past Harnick. Dobbs in the corner. Dobbs trying to center it. Loose, cleared to the top of the zone. Hayes can't handle it, and now here come the Wildcats. In transition, Beek got help in the middle. Beek tees up in the left circle, fires, it's wide. Kagan tries to get it out all the way to the top of the zone where it's picked up by Ligas. Ligas tries to send it in. Puck knocked up in the air. It'll bounce in towards Bellino, but be taken by Kagan instead. Hayes, rather. She tries to clear it out. Puck finds Jem Ignami, who shoots from point-blank range, but it's blocked and saved along the near post by Bellino. Spartans tried to get a clearance off. The clearance ricocheted off a Wildcat. And Jem Ignami had a really good chance at that, but Bellino had it covered at the near post. One of the things that sets Bellino apart is her positioning. She's always in the right position so that if something goes wrong, something unexpected happens, she's in the position she needs to be to make the stop. She's done that a couple of times today. Lavelle around to Lempa. Lempa tries to get it clear, taken away at the top of the zone, sent back in. This is Beek. Beek outside the left circle, tries to send it in, taken away by MSU. Reese Heaton intercepts the pass. Ligas forces it into the corner. Battle for possession down there, 4:40 to go in the second. Weishaus with it for Michigan State. Trying to skate around with it behind her own net, gets around another defender. Weishaus still on the puck, tries to get it ahead, and Lempa's the one who pokes it through the neutral zone. And Kierzek will retreat, that's Falkowitz rather, who will retreat as Northern Michigan makes changes. Forecheck for Michigan State. They got some skaters up forcing the issue, and they forced the bad pass. Lavelle has it on the near side, off the boards, trying to get it to Lempa, misfired. Weishaus there to try to clean it up for MSU, fighting for it at the blue line. Worked back into the MSU defensive zone where it's picked up by Vranos, who's trying to skate through. Vranos skates past two defenders, skates past a third defender, still with the puck, tries to shoot, it's blocked. Back into neutral ice, picked up by Lempa. Lempa being defended well by, not Bisek, it's Chloe Allen who's making the defensive play, but the Spartans able to keep it. Vranos trying to skate. Vranos still skating with it, knocks down the defender and keeps the puck and sends it in behind. 3:35 to go, it allows Michigan State to get changes on. Cleared away by Northern, collected by Chloe Wilson, fresh off the bench, over to Vranos. Vranos ahead to Katie Wong. Wong over the blue line, bodies flying behind her. Wong, right circle, Wong skates it in, shoots, blocked and saved by Lauren Eager. Katie Wong with a nice bit of skill, turned on the jets to get around the defender and created that position, established herself between the defender and the goal, but a good save by Lauren Eager. Spartans in these last few minutes have done a much better job evening out the balance of this game, evening out the pressure, giving Lauren Eager something to do. And as a result, they're skating a little bit faster and skating with a little bit more freedom because they haven't had to sit on their heels the whole time. Bisek carries it into the attacking zone for Northern Michigan off the drop. Fighting for it along the near boards. 3 minutes to go in the period. 1-1 the score. Avery Hayes swings it around behind Chloe Wilson. Rachel Beek on the near side. Taken away by Hayes. Hayes sends it along the near boards. Just gets it away. Northern Michigan going to have to play it. It doesn't go all the way for icing. Harnick drops it off for Oldani. On to Bisek. Trying to get it out of their own zone. Spartans applying some forecheck here. 2:30 to go. Oldani sends it outside. Harnick passes it on Knocked away by MSU, loose in the neutral zone. Katie Wong falls to her knees trying to play it out. And it's cleared away into the bench. 2:23 to go, we'll have a face-off. And it's going to be at Central Ice. Center ice face-off, 2:23 to go, second period. Avery Hayes tries to send it on for MSU, fighting for it near the blue line on the Northern Michigan side of things. Sent back in by Johnson into the attacking zone. Ellie Nahovig is there, picks it up. Nahovig drives it into the corner, feeling the pressure from Reister. Taken away by Oldani. 2 minutes to go in the period. Oldani sends it away wide. The end of the second period was wild yesterday. We'll see how that holds up today. Reister in the left circle. The shot saved. 1:42 left in the second. At the end of the second period, we saw 3 goals in the last 3:21 of the second period yesterday. And that might have something to do with, obviously, you've played 2 full periods with a very short rest, right? You didn't have the long Zamboni intermission at the end of the first, so maybe with some tired legs, the ice opens up a little bit. Got to stay vigilant if you're Michigan State. Trying to rip it along the boards, taken by Schultz. Schultz on the left side. Schultz tries to center it, takes a high deflection over the bar, 1:30 to go. Picked up by Ligas. Ligas shoved into the boards by Lempa. Lempa still trying to work it forward, gets it into Larson. Larson going to carry it over the blue line. Larson tees it up. Good block. Kennedy got in the way. Larson works behind the net. 1:15 to go, taken away by Kennedy there. Kennedy plays it off the boards, taken away by Lempa. Lempa trying to drive into the corner, leaves it off for Larson. Larson and Lempa trying to win the puck back from Kennedy, and Lempa will. Lempa skating in, fires, blocked. Hovis tries to get it away, 1 minute to go. Kennedy sends it on. Pass across in the defensive zone for Northern Michigan. Ligas is dispossessed. That's a good hit there by Kagan to keep the puck in the attacking zone. 43 seconds. Picked up by Northern Michigan. Reister on the near side. Reister pass ahead, knocked into neutral ice and sent back in and into the stands by Vranos with 36 ticks left in the second period. Michigan State 1, Northern Michigan 1. Another fun one here at Munn this weekend. Reese Heaton tries to win the faceoff. It works its way to the far side, picked up by Heaton, top of the zone. She sends it in and forces Eager to punch it into the corner. Northern trying to dig it out of their own zone. Spartans have it, trying to center it. There's nobody there. Off the boards on the near side. Weishaus up to try to play it. Lempa's there for Michigan State. 15 seconds. Frozen along the near boards. 2-on-2. Back to Heaton, top of the zone. 9 seconds. Sends it in. Kicked wide by Eager. 6 seconds. Behind the net, Falkowitz. Falkowitz being defended by Lempa, and she's going to try to skate up the last 2 seconds. Puck sent in by Lempa, but picked off by Oldani, and that will take us to the end of 2. And we're going to have the extended intermission. So we are going to take a break, but first, Open-Ended Media is your local, friendly neighborhood broadcast company. We are the broadcast team for Michigan State Women's Hockey, the MHSAA Game of the Week for football and basketball, Capital Futsal, and the upcoming Capital Diamond Classic. If you are interested in having your team or your broadcast or your league done by us, whether it's a multi-camera setup with a replay box and graphics and that all that stuff, or a single camera setup like this one, an audio play-by-play call, whatever it is, Open-Ended Media can do that for you. Shoot us an email, broadcasting@openendedmedia.com. Also, we are looking for sponsors for the Capital Diamond Classic and the 2026-27 season. So if you're interested in being a sponsor and having your ad read on one of our broadcasts, on a hockey game, a football game, a basketball game, let us know. Shoot us an email, broadcasting@openendedmedia.com. We're going to take a break. Third period coming up. Michigan State Women's Hockey live on Flow Sports. Hello everyone and welcome back to Mun Ice Arena in East Lansing. Michigan State women's hockey, third period action between the Spartans and the Northern Michigan Wildcats in what has been another excellent game and a weekend full of excellent games here at Mun Ice Arena. Spartans win the drop. They're moving left to right across your radio in this third period. Ice is going to be faster here after the Zambonis come through. Cleared away by Northern Michigan, intercepted by Lempa at the top. She shoots. It's blocked. A high shot seeking out the crossbar, but is blocked on the way in. Picked up in the left circle by Michigan State. Sent on in. It's loose in the crease and kicked away. Out on the far side, Northern Michigan trying to scramble it out of there. A glove and a stick on the ground. I think they're both Maggie Lempas. Spartans win the puck back. Trying to get it across as Weishaus. It's knocked down at the goal line. Back in behind, Anna Schultz, stolen by MSU in the attacking zone. Center, was trying to get it in to Weishaus at the top of the crease. Kagan skates it in, shoots across, and it almost bounced off of Weishaus and in, but it bounces wide. 1 minute gone, and the Spartans immediately applying pressure here in this third period. A good start for them. Weishaus again behind the net. Into the left circle. Taken away, Lempa. All the way across, Larson, right circle. Larson thought about teeing it up, but too many green shirts in the way. Gives it back to Kagan. Larson now right circle, sends it in, blocked wide out to Heaton. Picked up out there by Kierzek, who gets it into the neutral zone. Anna Schultz trying to win it back for Northern Michigan, but the Spartans pick it up. Larson sends it on ahead, looking for Weishaus. It's offline, but the Spartans get changes on. A good set of pressure there right off the drop. And that's the kind of thing they want to be doing through this third period if they want to win this game. 1-1 the score. 18-13 to go in the third period. Vranos sends it around looking for Katie Wong in her own zone. That pass kicked back towards the goal line. Wong trying to pick it up for MSU. It's cleared away to the top of the zone to Kennedy. Kennedy sends it in. Bounces off the stick of Allen trying to rip it in from the far post. They swing it around to the near side. Kennedy. Vranos there on the defense, along with Lexi Radman. Spartans trying to get it out of the zone. They muscle it to the top of the zone where it's taken away by Bicek. Bicek shoots on the left side. The shot is deflected by Bellino's glove. 17.5 to go, third period. In the right circle, Reister went flying. Spartans pick it up at their own blue line. Katie Wong. Kennedy able to send it back where it came from. Spartans send it right back to Kennedy. Kennedy sends it across. Pernot there to intercept. Pokes through to Hovis. Hovis over the blue line. Hovis dumps it off the boards and in behind. Ella Dobbs there to defend for Michigan State. Anna Schultz there for Northern Michigan. They work it back out to the top. The entry pass is blocked off the skate. And right there to try to finish it is Hovis, but a good stop by Bellino. Harnick sent it in from the top, and I think the defender might have tried to kick it clear, but instead it pinged off the skate and fell right in to an attacker, but a good stop by Bellino. Under 17 to go in the third. Still 1-1. Spartans will wrap around behind their own net. In behind to Hovis, centered and scored. Hovis to Schultz. The one-time finish, and Northern Michigan moves in front. Schultz with her second goal of the weekend. And Northern Michigan takes a 2-1 lead. Off the face-off. Weishaus over the blue line. Weishaus is tripped up a little bit, and I think there might be a penalty involved, or is there offside? No. It's going to be Heaton who is offside. Seemed a little ticky-tack for a penalty. So Heaton was over the blue line. So they're going to try this again with a face-off. Off the drop, Weishaus. Back to Weber. Weber into the neutral zone. Billy, pass to Heaton, dispossessed. Taken by Harnick, 16:25 to go in the third. Spartans looking for an equalizer now. Billy on the outside. Lost it at the blue line, but the Spartans will take it in their own zone. Diagonal pass. Trying to get it into Weishaus. Hovis poked it, but Weishaus ended up with it in the right circle. Weishaus tries to cross. That crosses Redwell and intercepted by Oldani. Oldani trying to work down the near boards. Taken away by Weber at the blue line, spinning away, but Oldani continues to apply the pressure. Weber has to spin away from her again. Gets it into Billy. Stick handles past one, but then lost it. In the neutral zone, poked out wide. Spartans getting changes on. Chloe Allen sends it along. It'll go in behind. Spartans will start this move from behind their own net. Pass on to Wong. Wong with the long touch, too long. Radman picks it up, sends it in, and that has to be saved by Eager. Radman lifts one from the very top of the zone on the near boards. And Eager has to catch it. It'll win a faceoff for Michigan State. 15:31 to go in the third. Trailing 2-1 after Anna Schultz scored to put the Wildcats in front for the first time today. Wong. Back to Kagan. They swing it around. Weiss tried to get it into the middle, but gets it poked away from her into neutral ice. Kagan trying to skate with it, lost it. Coming the other way is Bicek. Bicek leading the charge over the blue line. Bicek shoots, kicked wide. Good stop by Bellino. Back to the blue line, sent back in behind the net, and Bellino will jump on it.